GS score,
GS score, GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score, GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score है, GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score,
GS score.
GS score.
Hello guys, welcome to GS Core and the unique initiative that is Constant to Concept, in which we discuss with you the trend analysis of the previous year questions, and on that basis we teach you the concept and then we tell you the expected questions. And this video will help you out how to prepare yourself with respect to the CLD part, because the all UPSC aspirants who have opted for the law optional, they face this challenge of CLD. So at GS Core, we are here to help you out with respect to your this issue of CLD. Okay. So guys, now the point is, what exactly I'm going to cover in this session. So I will be covering this arbitration and its interplay with the Consumer Protection Act. Because last year in 2023, at the end of 2023, there was a judgment given by the Supreme Court which was specifically with respect to interplay of arbitration matters with consumer matters. So this time they might ask you about arbitration question or a consumer law question. And even there was a point in which the lawyers were kept out of the consumer domain as well. So even this is also important for you. So by looking at the PYQ trend and looking at the current context, you can interrelate them and you can figure out about the CLD the expected questions in the examination this time. So if you see, in 2022 there was a question about the parties cannot appeal against an arbitral award as to its merits. But this does not mean that there is no check on the arbitrator's conduct. Awards may also be challenged. Critically examine the above statement. So this question was with respect to, actually in 2023-22 what happened at the time, arbitration has become a prominent domain in the last 5 years. In the last 5 years, arbitration is one of the, you can say, most promising field of law domain. And nowadays, in every kind of contract, parties insert arbitration clauses or they enter into arbitration agreement separately. And the matters are going to the arbitration first. This is happening in government contracts, private contracts as well. So that is the reason arbitration has lot of importance at this moment of time. So being a civil services officer, you might come across this concept of arbitration, because in many PSUs, many government contracts, now arbitration clause is there. So you should be having the understanding about this arbitration law specifically. Now, so at that time in 2021-22, what happened actually, lot of arbitration agreements were there and lot of arbitration cases came up. In many of the arbitration cases, because this is a new domain actually, this domain has flourished in the last 5 years only. Before that it was there, but it was not so much remunerative and attractive which it is right now. So what happened, lot of cases crop up before the judiciary about the conduct of arbitrator or the tribunal. In that regard, these were the questions. So basically, section 34, section 37, these are the two main sections in which you can challenge the award or you can challenge some orders, appealable order, section 37. So these are the two main sections which all of you should be aware of. Number one. So this question was in that context only. And then regarding the consumer law, if you see, in 2020 there was a question. Actually in 2019 there was Consumer Protection Act, new act, and there were guidelines in 2020 about e-commerce. So if you see the CLD part, CLD is pure contemporary. No static things come in the examination. You have to just analyze what happened in the last 1 year, what is the latest development in this domain of competition law, arbitration, consumer domain, or environmental law, like climate change. Like in CLD, environmental law part, now climate change is one of the biggest issue. So you should prepare one question from climate change as well. So if you see the previous year questions, the questions came in the examination on the basis of the latest development in that domain. So what is the present context right now? Actually, there was a case M. Hemalatha Devi versus V.B. Udaysari. This judgment came at the end of the last year, and this case was about that there was one dispute between a seller and a consumer, and in that contract there was an arbitration clause. So seller was adamant that this contract specifically talks about arbitration clause. So this is an arbitration matter. So this matter cannot be taken before the consumer court. Consumer was of the view that being a consumer, I have a special remedy, special solution given by the lawmakers. So I will be able to go with before the consumer court. However, this matter has been solved by the judiciary long before, but still this was the issue. So Supreme Court in this particular case once again settled this proposition that how arbitration matters and consumer matters altogether will be taken care of. So this is the basically the context in which I am expecting that this time UPSC definitely going to ask you questions from arbitration, consumer matters from these two topics, and competition law. So please be ready with these topics, expected questions. So starting with this now, what is the concept of arbitration and consumer cases, then how to write down the answers. I'm showing you first the probable question. The question is now that does an arbitration clause in an agreement bar consumer forum's jurisdiction? So whether the arbitration clause in an agreement bar consumer forum's jurisdiction, explain with the help of the decided case laws. So this question I am expecting this time. So how to write down such kind of questions? So first of all, you should have the clarity about the arbitration and arbitration matters. Regarding the arbitration, we have been given Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. And out of this act, with respect to arbitration, the most crucial section for you in this kind of question is Section 7 and Section 8. Section 7 simply says, if there is anything in writing in which the dispute has to be taken before the arbitration, then Section 8 says, remember guys, if there is a written agreement or written kind of anything in which the dispute has to be taken before the arbitration, then Section 8 says, then judiciary will not intervene in that matter. So arbitral tribunal will be set up, it will decide the matter first, and if the parties are having any issues under Section 34 or 37, then only they can appear before the court, otherwise not. And along with Section 8, Section 11 also provides whereby High Court and Supreme Court have been given the power to appoint the arbitrators. So what I mean to say guys over here, Section 8 clearly bars that judiciary cannot entertain the matter which has to go before the arbitration first. So if there is a valid arbitration agreement between the parties, the matter compulsorily should go before the arbitration. So this is one of the point. But at the same time, Consumer Protection Act provides that it is a special forum whereby only the consumers, remember guys, only consumers, not commercial activities, only consumer. Consumer means end consumer. So if buy a mobile for the purpose of my use, I am the end user, end consumer, then I can go before the consumer forum. But if I purchase mobile for the reselling, to sell to some other person, then I won't, I won't be under the ambit of consumer code. So the pure commercial transaction is not under the Consumer Protection Act. Under the CPA, only end consumer we can approach over here. So this is the concept. So Consumer Protection Act is a special remedy, special forum whereby parties can approach before the consumer court directly for their special remedy with a special, in a special time frame, in a specific time frame, they can get their solution. But arbitration says if there is an arbitration clause in the agreement, then you can't be approach before the consumer, before the judicial, the judicial forums, and consumer court is also one of the judicial forum. So there is a controversy that if a buyer means end consumer and the seller, if they have an agreement, obviously there should be an agreement, and there is an arbitration clause in this agreement, arbitration clause, then as per section 8 they should go before arbitration. But consumer law says no, they should come before the consumer forum. Then what should be done in this regard, guys? So the answer of this question, so how to approach, first you explain what is arbitration, section 7, section 8, and example. Then come to this Consumer Protection Act, a special forum only for consumers, give an example over here. So this will be your answer writing way. And then comes the main point, because it is specifically mentioning explain with the help of the case laws. So you have to specifically mention the relevant cases over here. So what are the relevant cases, guys? So I tell you the 5 cases in which this dispute or this controversy has been finally settled down by the judiciary. So number 1 is Dr. Satpal Kaur Nalwa versus MRMGF Land Limited, 2016. Then Dharambir Singh versus Jayaprakash Associates Limited, 2016. Then came MRMGF Land Limited versus Aftab Singh, 2018. Then came Imperia Structures Limited versus Anil Patni, 2020. And the last, Srimati M. Hemalata Devi versus B. Udaysri, 2023. So, what is the final outcome, guys? There is no need of mentioning all these 5 cases. Even if you remember only MRMGF case, if you write down in MRMGF case, it will be sufficient. Or if you can mention this Imperia, these last two cases are most important, guys. These are the most important cases. Because in these 2 cases, earlier in these 3 cases, in the initial 3 cases, Supreme Court said that consumer forum is a special remedy. approaching before the consumer forum is a special remedy, special forum, and arbitration clause cannot encroach upon this. So if there is even an arbitration clause in a contract whereby there is one party's end consumer, so arbitration clause cannot debar that consumer before approaching the consumer forum. So this was the outcome in the initial three cases, but in the last two cases Supreme Court even broadened this scope. Now the broadened scope is that the parties, the end consumer can approach simultaneously before these forums. So even if the case is before the arbitral tribunal, even if the case is before arbitral tribunal, the consumer has simultaneous remedy before the consumer court as well. So you can't bound the consumer before approaching before the consumer court. So this is an alternative. This is not only alternative remedy; it is a special remedy, simultaneous remedy as well. So the parties means the end consumer. Arbitration agreement cannot take away this power from the consumer. It is a special remedy. It is an kind of simultaneous remedy with the consumer. So consumer, in case of a normal civil suit or in case of arbitration matter, even then he can appear before the consumer court to get the relief. So this relief is in addition to. So this relief is in addition to other remedies. In addition to other remedies. In addition to. So this has broadened the outcome of consumer cases. So what you have to do basically now, how to conclude this? So in the conclusion, basically what you should say, that when a specific forum has been created whereby a specific person can approach, so that forum is meant for a special purpose, and that special purpose will remain separate from the other forums. Like generally what happens, if there is a criminal case and civil remedy as well, then obviously you can adopt for both. So you can file a case of criminal case and you can simultaneously go with the civil case as well. There is no bar as such. Similarly, there is no bar over here to the parties, to the consumer, that he can't approach before the consumer court. The only bar is the consumer cannot file a civil suit when the matter is before the arbitral tribunal. So generally, consumer has three kind of remedies. What are the three remedies, guys? One remedy is he can go before a civil, he can file a civil suit and he can go before the consumer court. But if there is an arbitration agreement, if there is an arbitration agreement between the parties, then arbitration agreement bars civil suit. So for the time being, till the matter is before the arbitral tribunal, civil suit cannot be proceeded. So when the matter is before the arbitration, the civil suit cannot be proceeded. Civil suit can be proceeded only when arbitration matter is over. It is not successful. So when arbitration proceedings are not successful within 2 years, as the time limit has been given now in the act, then you can come before the civil court. You can go through the civil suit. But if there is an arbitration agreement and consumer matter is there, then simultaneously you can approach before both. Arbitration matter will run simultaneously with the consumer court. So it is additional remedy given to the consumer, because the original intention of the lawmakers was to give relief to the consumers from the unfair trade practices of the businessmen. So it is a special remedy which arbitration cannot take away. So this is the final thing. Basically, you should conclude like this only. So what is the outcome of this session? Outcome is, you should first understand what are the most expected questions which you can figure out by relating the previous year questions with the current context, and then understand the technique of answer writing, how to start your answer and how to conclude the answer. These are the two main thrust areas of your answer writing. If you have contents with you but you do not know how to write down the answer, it is useless. The major requirement of yours should be how to introduce your answer in the beginning and how to conclude that at the end. That will make a significant, you can say, like the contribution of yours in answer writing, which will tackle directly the mind of the paper checker, and then paper checker will be forced to give you highest marks. But if you simply just write down, no sequence, no coherence between the lines, between the paragraphs, between the answer with the question, sorry guys, no one can save you. But if you follow this technique through use of flow chart, remember one thing, in law generally people ask me, sir, can we use flow chart for every kind of question? See, no. Flow chart, whether flow chart can be prepared or not, that purely depends upon the question. You can't fit the flow chart technique everywhere. So similarly, this answer writing skill is must for every serious UPSC aspirant. Thank you guys, thank you very much.